I've just ordered something really exciting. I'm setting up for January. I'm a little bit late, but it's not the end of the world. There we have it, mushroom stroganoff with green beans. Morning.
Good morning.
Happy weekend. It's had several attempts to start this vlog this morning.
There are actual seeds in there.
Yeah, well, banana stuff. Saturday morning, we were going to get up and have a nice walk this morning, and instead we stayed in bed till 8 o'clock. Well, we woke up 8. Yeah, so we've had a little bit of a lazy morning, and it's been quite nice actually, considering we've got a full working weekend. Aid's made coffee. I am just making banana scramble. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know how I make this. It's literally, those bananas were so brown, but I'm mashing the egg into the bananas, or mixing it all up, and it's going in the pan. We used to call them banana pancakes, but it looks more like banana scramble. And for the two of us, I've just got 2 eggs and 2 bananas, and it's really good. Just mix it well. I'm putting them in a dry pan. I've got a really old pan, you know, one of those pans that looks really ugly.
Actually, my mum and dad bought us that.
Really?
Yeah, it was for the outside, I think.
But it's very well used, but nothing sticks, so it's a good pan to use. Do you want to show what mugs you've used this morning?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah. Our Disneyland mugs, and then the other side.
Oh, we need some plates.
Is it focusing? Yeah, there you go. The happiest place on earth, Disneyland. And of course, this is nice and healthy, bananas and eggs. What do you add to yours, or as?
Nutella. I love, for somebody that doesn't really like chocolate, I love Nutella. Wish we had some strawberries actually, that would be nice. There we go, that's mine. I've got to try and remember to take my supplements. I'll put them on the plate. And Aid's. Doesn't look very picturesque, but it will taste yummy. And we got our Disney spoons out as well. Alright, there it is. I shaped my scramble into a little Mickey head. We got our Mickey spoons, and we've decided to watch Leah and Nick's videos from the very start. Their trip last year, their January 2020. And we're going to go back and rewatch their videos. I am missing Disney so much at the moment. I was looking through some old photos of like really old trips in bed this morning, and I am craving it so much. I've just been filming an unboxing video for my latest kit, and I showed bits and pieces that I've made with it so far. And I've decided to quickly edit the video as well. It's only like a 10-minute video, so it doesn't take very long to edit. Louis is up. He's come down and said hello. I was thinking it was about 10 o'clock. It's 12 already. I didn't realise. I'm trying to convince him to watch a movie with us this weekend instead of spend all day in his room again. I really like his company, and he just spends most of the time in his room. And I feel really sad because when he does want to come and spend time with me, I'm always at my desk. I do not know how you guys are coping with all your homeschooling, and I say it like that's a negative thing. I think it's just because we can't get out and about. I have said for a long time that if I could redo my life again with small kids, I would probably homeschool. I love the idea of homeschooling. And we didn't have a great experience with junior school with my youngest. There was a lot of bullying, and it wasn't a very nice few years. And I wish now that I could go back, and I would homeschooled, I think. Although I had a very busy business, so that's where it's really tricky, because we relied upon my business as well, paid for the holidays and all the extras and things like that. It's a tough one, but I think it's just really difficult for those that are working and homeschooling, especially with those with like little children as well. I take my hat off to you. I think you're doing an amazing job. It must be so difficult. I feel really sorry for people at the moment. So you're all doing amazing. I've just ordered something really exciting. I ummed and ahed about it, and I've just gone ahead with it. It will be paid with my Christmas money, so I can buy it guilt-free. It's going to take a few days, but it will be with me. How do you justify when you buy something that you don't need, a little bit pricey, but you really want it? The way I've dealt with this, somebody sent me the link on Instagram yesterday and said they saw it and thought of me. And I was very tempted yesterday afternoon. I've gone back and looked at it a few times. I had a look this morning, and why I've decided to order it. If it was out of stock, and it's one of those things that I don't know if is permanently in stock and whether they get more when they run out. If it was unavailable today, I would have been gutted. I would have been really, really upset, and that to me tells me that I really want it. I had this thing with my Le Creuset pot. It was so expensive. I think it was 120 down from 180 for a little Le Creuset cast iron pot, and I really wanted it, and that was all of my birthday money. And I use it so often now. It's quite small, but it's perfect for my sourdough bread, and I bake that quite regular, sometimes twice a week. So it's been a really, really good buy, and it makes me happy every time I use it. And so I've decided to go ahead with this purchase, and I'm really excited, and when it arrives I will do an unboxing and share it with you. However, do you know what did arrive and I was really, really disappointed with? Somebody sent me a link. I have been wanting a Disney soap dispenser for so long. The ones with the foam, you press down, you get a little Mickey Mouse shaped thingy. I love the ones from the Disneyland parks in, I think they're from Hong Kong. They are so cute. However, there's a few people in the States that make them just the dispenser bit. I ordered one online. I was so excited. I was going to give it to Aid for Christmas. He's king of washing hands. And it literally came in a plastic bag. It was in a grey plastic bag with the address on, but that was it. So obviously, come from the States. Actually, no, it was from China in the end. It looked like an American website. I was so gutted. It's just smashed to bits. Obviously, coming in a plastic bag, it's going to be. They didn't respond to my emails. I ended up opening. Thankfully, I always use PayPal to pay for anything, purely because I want to collect my air miles. So my account is always linked up to my credit card, and I get air miles that way. So I just opened a claim with PayPal straight away. I haven't even opened it actually. They offered me half of the price, which obviously I didn't accept. Then they were going to offer me a full refund if I sent this back to China tracked, which obviously that I then had to argue as well. It was a real lengthy process in the end to get my $21 back, but this is basically it. It's obviously all in bits. That should be like that. My dad's got a 3D printer though. I'm wondering if I sent this to him, if it's something he could make for me. He's always making projects. I might ask him. That could be a little project for him. Don't you just hate bad customer service? It really, really narked me. If they'd have just sent this properly, I wouldn't have had the problem. Right, I'm going to sit and quickly make my menu for the week. I am just updating my Morrisons delivery, which is coming tomorrow. And I just want to make sure that I've got everything that I want. So, oh, I was going to make a mushroom stroganoff tomorrow, but now I really fancy a curry. But Louis will eat curry, and he won't eat mushroom stroganoff.
You won't eat that either.
I don't know.
We'll eat chicken and chips.
We were originally going to have fajitas tonight, and now I'm making Nando's. I haven't really stuck to my menu this week. Right, I have an Instagram recommendation for you. Anna's Family Kitchen. My friend Lisa recommended her, and her meals are really, really good. Had a quick look this morning, and the last one she's made is chicken pasanda, and it's a really easy 30-minute recipe. It looks really, really nice. She's got like a blog, website. She has her meals saved. She does all the step-by-steps. So I'm going to give that a go on Monday. Right, so I've decided chicken pasanda Monday. The Olive Garden soup that I never made this week, I'm going to do Tuesday. Chicken fajitas on Wednesday. I need to do 2 Louis friendly meals. And Thursday, I'm going to have a quick flick through Instagram and see what takes my fancy. I quite fancy doing a sweet and sour in the crock pot. I'm kit packing this week, so it needs to be something like I can just throw in the crock in the morning. So the thing I like about planning a menu with recipes and doing online shopping is that I can do it all at once. So I've got my order coming tomorrow. I was just looking at a recipe. I'm going to try and recreate. I've done it before with various recipes, but I want to do an orange chicken like the one in Epcot. Do you like that one too? Have you had that one? And I know Louis, Aid's nodding, I know Louis loves that as well. So we're going to try and recreate that. I needed some marmalade. I know we don't have marmalade because it's not something I usually use. And I mentioned it to Aid just to reconfirm that we don't have any. And he said he bought some yesterday because he fancied some. You said you've never had marmalade.
I have.
I've used it to cook with. So he bought some yesterday. How cool is that? This recipe was obviously meant to be, wasn't it?
Exactly. It's one of the purchases I bought that you were pleased with.
And the other thing I do, I mark off what I'm doing that's either veggie or vegan. And we've also got fish on there as well, just to get like a nice balance. So we've got, out of the 7 days next week, 3 are veggie and 1 is fish. So I think that's a really nice balance. And the ones that aren't veggie are just with chicken. Or saying that, I'm doing a currywurst, like the German bratwurst with curry ketchup. We're not having steak, babe, sorry. So that is a really nice menu for next week, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm feeling yummy now. Aid's hungry. I mean, Aid is making his famous cheese toasties. Oh, you're looking at me shocked.
You're making them.
Am I making them?
Yeah, because I want to crack on with this.
But I'm working as well. Is my work not important?
It is.
My deadline's this weekend. Your deadline is the 31st of January. Aid's working on my taxes.
But that's the accountant to have it all as well. So.
Looks like I'm making famous cheese
I'm going to
toasties.
cheese
No,
toasties.
I will
No,
make
I'll
cheese
do cheese
toasties.
toasties.
We're also having a film day. I'm working on kits. Aid's doing taxes in here. And accounts. And we started watching 2 movies yesterday. We started watching The Karate Kid after all the excitement, and we want to carry on watching that. We literally like watched the first couple of minutes and got really excited. And then last night we watched Graham Norton, and then afterwards War of the Worlds started. That is our special movie. War of the Worlds was the movie we went to see on our first ever date, and that's become really special to us. And it started and we watched about maybe 15-20 minutes and Aid fell asleep. So I would really like to watch that. And then my friend Kelly today in an email mentioned something she had seen last night on BBC Two, a Glenn Close movie. And now I fancy watching Fatal Attraction. I used to really fancy Michael Douglas when I was a kid. He was really hot back then. Oh gosh, and then, was he the one in Hand That Rocks the Cradle? No, he wasn't, was he? No, ignore me. That's another really good movie. Hand That Rocks the Cradle, he was only in Fatal Attraction, wasn't he?
Who?
Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fancy watching.
Well, he's obviously in lots of other movies as well.
No, I know that. Basic Instinct he was in, wasn't he? I went to see the cinema at that. It's when you say that. Oh, I didn't watch it.
And the Wasp.
It's when you say things like that that makes you feel really old, like going to the cinema to see Basic Instinct. I saw it in German actually. I lived in Germany then. What else? Like Independence Day,
Didn't
Twister.
You see Terminator?
I saw Terminator 2 in the cinema. I lived in Germany and we went to Holland because you used to be able to watch it in English with Dutch subtitles. So I went to see Terminator 2.
What about Jurassic Park? Did you see that?
I saw Jurassic Park in the cinema.
Was quite
the first one.
Because of the
that was
sound.
amazing.
I never saw it at the cinema.
My first ever movie I watched at the cinema was Snow White when I was 7 with my mum.
Mine was Star Wars.
Yours was Star Wars. Oh, how cool! That's really cool. And you can't. I don't remember Snow White either. I think my first cinema.
I was 1, I think.
So. Oh, were you? Why would you have been taken to cinema at 1?
My brother probably went to go see it.
My first movie I remember at the cinema was. You should be sat next to me actually. And it's one of my favourites still. What movie am I thinking of?
War of the Worlds.
No, not War of the Worlds.
So it's not favourite.
It is the scary one.
Blair Witch.
Dorothy Gale. Return to Oz.
Return to Oz. This is scary.
Yes. Oh, that's so scary.
I think it's freaky.
It's
Would
scary.
you say it's freaky
I remember
scary?
freaking out. A friend took us, and my sister's 5 years younger than I, and she was sat on my knee. I must have been about 10. She must have been about 5. We were both a bit terrified. She was crying on me. I was hiding behind her. It's so scary. And my little brother now, he's a lot younger than us. He's so freaked out by it because we had the video and we used to watch it all the time as kids, and he can't hear that Dorothy Gale at all. It's so scary. Maybe we should watch that this weekend.
Possibly, yeah.
And the scary monkeys with
hungry.
the wheels. Have I got to go make dinner?
No.
What was your favourite movie or what's the first movie you remember seeing at the cinema?
I can't remember actually.
Well, you just said it was Star Wars.
No, but one I can remember. And I don't remember. I saw all the Star Wars movies at the cinema.
Did you? At one time or another?
Well, I've seen them all when they were first out, but also saw when they were re-released as well.
Which Star Wars
remastered.
Movie do you remember where we nearly had to call an ambulance?
That was Clone Wars, wasn't it? Well, we did.
I know. We took Louis, how old was he? 5, wasn't he? to the cinema.
Day before my birthday.
Yeah, to see...
It was Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
The movie.
And he had appendicitis. And he was moaning all day about tummy aching, because he moans all the time.
He ate the bloody popcorn, all right? At the cinema.
And then...
No, we couldn't hear him, was it? And he was apparently trying to scream.
Yeah, it was 11 o'clock at night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was really poorly. We had to get an ambulance out. But he still goes on about the time now that we didn't believe him he was poorly. He's really made the most of that one.
Yeah.
Made my cheese toasties. We're going to start using fabric napkins more than paper napkins as well. I've just come up with that idea. Yummy. Just had a knock on the door at 5 o'clock and it was the post. Didn't quite expect that on a Saturday. We're both really happy. Aid got his, what's it called? The vehicle registration thing?
V5.
V5 arrived, so he's very happy. And I'm really happy because I've just got some pyjamas from Primark. I was saying recently that I really struggle with sizes and they come up really short. However, these do look quite long. These are the softest pyjamas. I ordered them off eBay, brand new with tags. And I paid £12 something for them, so I'm really pleased with that.
They're really soft.
They are so soft. They're really nice. We're going to go and put them in the washing machine. I think because of the fabric that they are, these are going to dry so quickly.
Yeah, it's going to dry tonight.
But yeah, these they look really big actually. They're actually an extra small. They're a size 6. But they still look really big, don't they?
Oh, and also got a Lego catalogue as well.
Oh, and Aid's really happy because he's got a Lego catalogue. We are doing so well with watching War of the Worlds. My video's up that I edited earlier on. I'm packing stamps, I've cut thread, I've stamped tags, I've done loads of things. And Aid's still doing accounting. Pyjamas are in the wash and I've got my bullet journal out. I haven't journaled since November. How bad is that? Bullet journaling anyway. I was just so busy in December it didn't happen, so I'm setting up for January. I'm a little bit late, but it's not the end of the world. I'm now making dinner and this is just like a chicken rice all in one pot kind of thing, and it's really easy. I've got chicken thighs and I'm just mixing in a little bit of ground coriander, some turmeric, I've added peri salt, some garlic granules, onion granules and a little bit of Mediterranean seasoning. I'm browning off the chicken in my cast iron pan. I've added onions and peppers, basically whatever I can find in the fridge. If I had celery, you could also add carrots, courgette, anything like that, just throw it in, and I'm just browning it all off really nicely. And then when it's partially cooked, I'm then ready to start adding some stock. I'm adding a little bit of water here, and that also helps just like move the brown on the bottom of the pan, just for the flavouring, move that all around. And then just keeping it moving and making sure that the chicken is well cooked. Then I remove the chicken from the pan. It's not properly cooked yet, but it's still going to be going back in, so don't worry too much. Then I add a whole load of rice to my pan, and I leave the peppers and the onions and everything in there, and then I'm adding stock. I'm choosing to use a little North stock pot. I really like using those, and adding lots and lots of water, moving the rice around, and I basically let that cook. The chicken goes back in. I keep an eye on it because I want to make sure there's always enough stock in there. I basically just leave it to cook as how long the rice needs to cook. So in this instance, I think it's 10 minutes. So the lid goes on, but I do keep checking and I keep making sure that there's enough stock in there and that it doesn't go too dry. 5 minutes beforehand, I also add some frozen peas, and then I am left 5 minutes later with the most amazing dinner. It's so delicious, and you can eat this hot or cold. So it's always good for leftovers. Morning, happy Sunday.
Hello, can I just show you something quickly?
Oh, you want to show me with or without the camera?
Oh, with the camera if you want to.
Okay.
We've got both Morrisons and Waitrose bacon.
Are you doing an bacon experiment?
Right. Just want to show you something.
Right.
That's the smallest piece of the Waitrose one.
Okay.
That's the Morrisons.
Oh.
And they were both the same size when they went in the pan.
Face it, no one wants a bit of shriveled up pork on a Sunday morning, do they?
No.
So which bit are you having and which bit am I having?
We're having a mixture of both.
Who gets the shriveled up bit
We've got
of pork?
two each of
Okay.
Waitrose, I'm giving you a bit more done.
I never used to eat bacon sandwiches, and suddenly, what is it, the last 2 weeks or something, I keep fancying a bacon sandwich. So strange.
There you go.
It absolutely stinks in here. Thank you very much. I've been editing the Sunday vlog. We've just had the vlog gone up of the new car, and we need to crack on with work. So this is the bacon that you've just used?
Yeah, that's the Waitrose. So there's a pack of the Morrisons still in the...
Okay, but this obviously looks much nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a Team A, Team Lisa? I have mine, no butter. Have you put butter on mine?
Yeah.
Oh. I prefer mine to have no butter. It's not the end of the world, don't worry.
With butter.
Squares,
You never said before.
ketchup on the side. My preference would be without.
Mine's brown sauce.
Aid has triangles with brown sauce inside. So how would you choose yours? How do you eat your bacon sandwiches?
Hopefully hot.
I'm about to do a Zoom call with Lee from the Lodge Guys, and we're going to be talking about journaling. It's something that some of them in the Lodge Guys community, the Lodge Guys, in case you didn't know, they have a YouTube channel and a really, really lovely community. I found them through Disney, but there's a lot more to them than just Disney. They're the community that I climbed Snowdon with. They're just really, really nice people, really supportive, and like I said, they've got an amazing community. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, they've been talking about journaling a lot, and a lot of people are really wanting to get more into it, or some people wanting to start. So I'm doing a Zoom call with Lee this afternoon. I'm surrounded by journaling. I've got my wine. Holly's just popped home very quickly. She's been doing overtime in our local Waitrose today and wanted some sourdough, so I baked a loaf for her this morning. She's picked that up. We had a nice chat outside. It's horrible not being able to invite her in. She's just moved out in November. It's only half an hour away, but it just feels strange not being allowed to let her in. So we did the right thing anyway. And she sat in the car with the heating on, and I stood outside in the garden with my coat on because it's very, very cold. So yeah, we're talking about journaling, and I've made a great big list on things, sort of like journaling tips, things to journal about, and it's actually made me think I really miss my journaling YouTube channel. It's been far too long since I've posted. I'm really busy with kit packing this week, but I really would like to make it priority that I do actually do some journaling videos. I've gone through my journals and kind of like highlighted things that I want to talk about. This is one of my favorites. This was a road trip that we did 2016, New York, DC, Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky and Indiana. That's a cool trip. Right, I've done my Zoom. I've drunk quite a lot of wine while I was doing my Zoom to calm my nerves. I think I spoke too much and maybe too fast. You know, when you start worrying and you start doubting yourself. I need to make some dinner. Might help absorb the alcohol. And I was going to make mushroom stroganoff, and I don't fancy that now. Right, time to make mushroom stroganoff. Aid's is walking Poppy, so I'm going to try and get dinner made. I am using up what I've got in the fridge. I've actually got a Morrisons delivery coming tonight. I've got mushrooms, half a red onion, garlic. I'm basing it on when I make my sun-dried tomato pasta. I'm using the lightest Philadelphia spread. I've got some green beans that need using up, but I wouldn't usually put those in, and some chicken gravy granules and some Parmesan. I haven't made this for so long, so I'm kind of winging it and hoping for the best. And whilst I make dinner, what I tend to do when I make dinner, that's when I have my family chats. I just always feel like it's killing two birds with one stone, isn't it? So I'm gonna give my dad a call, we chat. Oh, I forgot to check, Holly got home okay. And I'm gonna video call my dad in Indiana in the States. We generally chat a couple of times a week, but we always chat on a Sunday evening. I'm trying to speak to my dad, and it just keeps saying he's on mute, and he's trying to speak to me. I can't hear a word he's saying, and he's supposed to be the one that's good with technology. Let's try this again. Hi, Dad. I still can't hear you. Dad, it says you're on mute. Dad.
Doing the same?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yay.
What's happening your end?
I am making mushroom stroganoff.
It's hard to get hold of. Everything's just...
DisplayPort or HDMI, because it can do both, or it can do all of them.
Right.
So yeah.
So whilst I'm chatting to Dad, I also make dinner. I'm just dry frying here some mushrooms and onions in a dry skillet, in a cast iron skillet. I've thrown in some green beans, but only because they needed using up. I'm then I ended up adding a half a pot of the Philadelphia, and that's the lightest Philadelphia that I've used. And before that starts to burn, I then add some water. I usually add the water that I'm using from like the rice or pasta, depending on what I'm doing. And I'm also adding a drop of wine as well, and I just keep adding the liquid to it. I want it to be quite liquidy. To thicken it up, I'm adding some cheese. I'm using Parmesan, but you could use cheddar if you wanted. And then to finish off the sauce, add some chicken gravy granules. This will thicken the sauce really nicely and also really deepens the flavour. It's really good. Season it if you need to. Add some extra water or wine. And in that time, whilst chatting to Dad, I have made my mushroom stroganoff. Thickened it nicely with the chicken granules, and then when it gets too thick, I just add a bit more water from the rice. I think that's ready to go. Here we have it, mushroom stroganoff with green beans and rice. Obviously you don't have to add the green beans or peas or whatever, just add what you want. I just needed to use mine up. I'm working on the treat bags for the kids. I have completely miscalculated how many envelopes I need. Thankfully, I've been able to order some, and they should be here on Tuesday. Just had our Morrisons delivery. By the way, I'm in my new pyjamas. They are so cozy, aren't they?
I don't know if I've worn them.
They are so lovely.
They're really soft.
And
they're softer than mine, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They now win the softness competition. And the bottoms, they're a little bit big, but they're cozy big. I'm pleased with them. Had a Morrisons delivery. It's 9 o'clock at night. Quite a lot wasn't there. I was a bit disappointed. My broccoli, my asparagus, my tuna, my cod I got substituted for haddock, so that's fine. Some of my spices that I use all the time, but never mind, it's not the end of the world. And every week we get something that's not on the list, and this week it's an extra pack of crumpets. That's what we've got extra. But I just thought I would run through and show you what we've got this week. Abe did get quite a lot of fruit and veg when he dropped Louis off at work. I think it was Monday night. So I took that off the Morrisons list. So fruit and veg we're good on. Got 2 lots of Walker's crisps. I think they're 2 for £2.50 at the moment. Louis tends to have those for lunch. Abe, can you pop them in the larder for me? You ready?
Yeah.
Go. Hey, well done. We've got a Diddy cauliflower, pack of 4 limes. Never use salad dressing anymore. I just use a lime and salt now instead. We've got cherry tomatoes. I think that, apart from a big bag of baking spuds, I have to say, the baking potatoes from Morrisons are really good every week, aren't they?
With some
£1.45 they are.
sausage and beans.
Can you, why would you put sausage and beans? Ooh, good thing. I've got quite a few rubbishy bits for Louis. Chicken goujons. He's also got some cooked chicken pieces. I never remember to check the dates. 14th of Jan. Oh, that's okay actually. We've had it a couple of times where it's literally been like the day after the delivery and I haven't noticed until a couple of days after. 2 lots of crumpets, some stone-baked brown pitters, and we've got some brown wraps. Those and those. Shall I put 1 lot of crumpets in the freezer actually? Hovis best of both, thick sliced. Nando's, we haven't bought any of these for a while. The little packets that Louis likes to make. It's something that he can just make for dinner for all of us. And that's a lemon one. We have got here, I don't know how I'm going to get all this in the freezer. You're right actually. Chicken thighs. And I picked up.
So we can, as long as it can go in the fridge.
Louis's been wanting to do more cooking and he made chicken wings the other day, so I bought some chicken wings. They are so cheap, but they'll do him for a few meals, won't they? Actually look revolting. I also bought him a bag of frozen calamari. We have also got frozen peas.
They flew.
No, Louis probably picked them out. We've got haddock. That was supposed to be my cod. There's a recipe I want to try from Pinterest that I think it's Claire on my Patreon group. She does, or she did this week, a cod and tomato bacon. It looked really, really nice. Oh, it's a green chip. And I got crinkle cut for the boys. And I did see a green chip in there. That was really much better with that light on, actually. Could you leave that on, please?
So sorry.
Yeah, it really makes a difference. Yeah, the hallway light. Would you like to find the space for the frozen things, please?
No.
Good luck. I've got 4 tins of chopped tomatoes because I use them loads. Aid asked me for conditioner and I accidentally bought him shampoo. I bought some Oreos to put up for Louis for his birthday. Just wants a few bits and pieces for him to open on his birthday. Jaffa cakes. And these look quite cool, these Oreos. Do you know though, there's hardly any in there and they're like £1.50. But I haven't seen these before and I thought they'd be fun for him to open. And that is our shopping. And that would have come in at under £40 because there was so many missing items. Not bad though for what we've got. Yeah, I don't know what it is at the moment because I haven't had the new invoice through with all the missing bits and milk as well. But that should keep us going with everything that we've got already in the fridge, freezer and larder for the next quite a few days. We're going to get this shopping away.
There's all the freezer stuff in.
Yay, well done. You're really good at putting freezer. Oh, what about the haddock? Sorry. We had enough of that. We didn't watch our movie in the end. We got interrupted and we watched about 10 minutes. We're going to have a cup of tea. We're still working in the lounge. Aid's still working on my accounts. I'm still working on treat bags. And I'm going to finish this video. I hope it hasn't been too boring a video for you of our weekend. Nothing really exciting's happened. Haven't really left the house. Aid's been on a couple of dog walks. I went on one yesterday. Just went round the block. And that's been it. Just a working weekend. Aid's trying to reorganise the freezer. He's really good at doing things like that. Aren't you, mister?
Yes.
But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the weekend vlog. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Aid, come and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Yeah, I think that's long enough.
Bye.